Okay, this question is looking at the features of a line between 2 points. Always think it's a good idea whenever you get something like this that you draw a diagram. So first we've got A is a point with coordinates 7, 2, and B is a point with coordinates -5, 8. So what I'd make sure is that we try and use the coordinates we know. So B, we know that that's -5 on the x and 8, so it comes first. Then what we can do is A is down here because its coordinates are 7 and 2, so that's A. So -5 is less than 7, so B is going to be on the left hand side, and 8 is greater than 2, so it's higher. So this is our line. What that allows us to do is then just think of it as a normal Pythagoras question with, line BA or AB. We can think of it as normal Pythagoras questions and then just think that this is the difference of -5 to 12. So that would be 7 minus -5, which in this case would be 12. And then the difference between these two here would be 8 minus 2, which is equal to 6. So to work out the length, we can use Pythagoras. So AB is going to equal the square root of 12 squared plus 6 squared, which gives us the final answer, which is 13.42. Then we move on to the second part of the question, which is find the equation of the line that is perpendicular to AB that passes through the point -1, 3. So again, it's always a good idea to sketch our diagram again. We know that A or BA, AB is here. So we know that a perpendicular line would go through there at 90 degrees. And then we can use our coordinates. We know that has to be -1, 3. We know that this here has to be -5, 8. And we know that this one here is 7, 2. So obviously the first part of this is then working out what the gradient is of the original AB line, which we can use the following formula. And then we can, using the following formula, and then we can substitute in our different values. So we can then work out what the gradient is, which is equal to 6 take away 2, which gives us 6, over -5 minus 7, which is -12, giving us a final answer of -1/2. So this black line here has a gradient of -1/2. So then we have to remember that for the blue line, if it's going to be a tangent, it's going to be 90 degrees. That we have to remember the formula is M2, or the tangent of the perpendicular line, is equal to 1/m of the other gradient. So then that means that the gradient of the second line must be equal to 2. Sorry, I forgot the negative there as well. So we can substitute that in, get our answer. So our blue line must have a gradient of 2. And then that makes sense because we've done our diagram. We can see that the black line has a negative gradient and the blue line has a positive gradient, so it all makes sense. So now that we know what the gradient of the new line is, we can use the general rule, which is y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, we know that the gradient now is 2, so y is equal to 2x plus c. We can then use our coordinate here, the 1, 3, to work out what the y-intercept is. So x is equal to minus 1, y is equal to 3. Substitute those in, so it's 3 is equal to 2 times 1 plus c, and then we can solve that to work out what c is. So 3 is equal to 2 plus c, so c is equal to 3, take away 2, which is equal to 1. So meaning the final equation is y is equal to 2x plus 1. And that's our final answer.